Welcome back to the Webby and O'Neill channel. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2. Great 3 points, Webby.
Was in the end.
In the end, yeah.
In the end, but no, where do we start? But the two main starting points for me are the two injuries, especially to Mason Mount. I just pray to God that he's fit for the derby because we're a different team when he's in it.
Yes.
Kieran, it looks bad. It looks an hamstring, 4 to 6 weeks. But there again, the defending for their goals. I look at it with Manchester United Football Club. We've not got a decent goalkeeper in the club. I want to come in. Do you know what? I used to come in these matches, over the years. And, well, I'll say back from the likes of when Schmeichel was in nets of Van der Sar, I was the most calmest man going in that ground. Now, I'm a bag of nerves. Anything that goes into our box, so I'm turning. I'm scared.
The old ground's scared when the goalkeeper's
right
in action because that was such another poor performance by the goalie. Brought him back into the game. I actually thought we was going to lose it. But there was good points, bad points, and some ugly points.
Tony should have been 6 by half time. The chances with it. The game should have been done.
Yeah.
But the chances, yourself, and it proved it today at 1-0. You're susceptible to a breakaway goal, and we give away 2 poor goals away. Let's have it right. I'm not going to come in Burnley. They've come up last season and they've spent and whatever, but there's a very good chance that they'll be going back down because they're not good enough. So. But they've come here today and give us a game. When's it going to click? When's it going to click on some of these players? I'm going back to Wednesday night now. The worst performance that first half I've seen as a Manchester United fan, and I've been going since I was 3, 1974. No heart, no passion, no nothing. Didn't want to be there. Players were scared. And I looked today thinking, this is a chance to put a bit of something back into the fans. Not maybe the ones who never went to Grimsby, just the fans in general. And we've come away from that with an injury time winning penalty. And I'm just so glad now we've got a week just to calm down and look at the injuries and give players a bit of a rest who are not going into national duty. Sesko needs a goal. Surprised he never started and he never come on when Xerxes come on.
What did you think of that? Right, it took over 2.5 minutes to make the decision, right, to bring Xerxes on. We was playing with 10 men. Where's the plan there, Webby? Why didn't Sesko come on?
Well, Tony, if I knew that, I wouldn't be sat here with you now. Be manager. But for 2.5 minutes, we messed about by... obviously, he's pulled a muscle. He's gone down. The physio's come on. He's got on his radio. So there's a minute. He's gone. You need to bring on. And then we carry on, and we've still not made the sub, and he's scratching Ned's eye, Chanel. You're all right, love. And it's just poor. It just sums us up as a club. It just sums us up. Now, obviously, the sale of Garnacho's going through. I've heard Rasmus has gone as well.
Yeah.
So there's 80 million, and I'm wording that there's no money in the pot. Christ, we know what we need. We need a goalkeeper and a midfield player. It's not rocket science.
The team came out in the second half, Webby. It looked as though they were flat. I mean, when they come out in the first half, the football, they were going for it. There was chances, opportunities, and everything. It's like they were inviting them back in. How many times have we
That's
seen
what we
that?
do. That's what we do. How can you be flat playing for Manchester United Football Club? You can't be flat.
No.
It's the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
I'd give my right ball to be on there for 1.1 of a second. Like many of Reds, I just thought today was a chance to make a statement because you look at the Arsenal game, thought we played well. And then Fulham, I thought we were very, 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 very average. And then Wednesday, I don't want to speak about that. But this was a chance to put down a marker before the international break. Listen, let's play the same football we did against Arsenal. But it's too many silly mistakes. I see Bruno try to hit 80-yard balls when there's a man 5 yards inside of him. If I've got the ball, you can't score.
Is that his position, though, Webby? Should he be playing there? Lots of fans out there just can't believe he's playing there. They want him to play further forward.
For me, he's got to play further forward. He's got to play in that 10, but he's not going to play there in that 10. I just think at the moment, the manager doesn't know his best team.
No.
He should do. He's had his pre-season, now he's got the players in he wants allegedly. But, yourself, centre forwards, thrive on goals. This was a chance for him to start today, and he never and he's missed a couple of headers there at the end. So he gets that goal, and it breeds confidence.
Yes.
So I don't listen. So I might be moaning, but listen. We've got
you're not moaning.
We've got the 3 points. That's what all count. And then we have that week's break now and get ready for Stockport.
During the game in the first half, right? 2 penalty shouts, Webby. What do you think about them 2 penalty shouts? So did the ref know what he was doing?
So did a little did. That's what it's like. Yeah. I've managed to see some of that Chelsea game before them Fulham. Handball, it's not a penalty. This is a goal, they are a goal disallowed. This VAR for me, it's gone worse. It's made it worse.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, don't do it for a lot of major decisions, but do it for the right ones. I think it wasn't right that the Mount one wasn't a penalty. I've just seen on the TV, but Christ, the Diallo one was.
Yes.
And the referees, without making his decision, he's on his headphone to VAR straight away.
That's right.
You're the main man.
Yeah.
Who's running it? Is he the puppet? Have they got a little control pad? Whatever it's called, the play. So, it's not going to go.
No,
it's not going to go. I think a few European leagues have voted to get it again, to get rid of it. I think the Norwegian league have got rid of it now. Listen, if it's there and it works, it's a great help. But when you've got referees too scared to give a decision, and before the ball's out of play or the ball's gone out of play, they're asking VAR for help. Come on, Tony. Come on, it's
bad, isn't it?
So listen, we've got 3 points. I won't be watching it on Match of the Day.
No,
not a chance.
No,
I'll be buying a Sunday paper. It's 3 points. You're not winning a match. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2, but it was very, very, very average.
Was you surprised Ugarte didn't start?
Not really.
No,
not really. When we bought him there, I always look when a player becomes available and you get that free passage to buy him. Who was up against us to get Ugarte? No one.
No.
And for me, it's come with this Uruguayan hard man. Christ, I've seen harder men on Salford Park playing in the centre of the park. I didn't have no pre-season last year, which obviously
he's had it this year.
He's had it this year, and it's just not. Listen, I hope he comes and slaps me in the face and he proves me wrong. But that's the main problem. Don't mean on Casemiro's coming to our genders career. You know what I mean? But at the moment, we've got to play him. We've got to play him. But the main one for me, sorry, Tony, is the injury amount. I pray to everybody that it's just a bit of cautious because Christ, we miss him when he's not in the team.
One player who I've heard you go in on sometimes. A lot of people out there, yes, you do go in on people sometimes, which you're allowed. Delo, what do you think of Delo? Today, he's not had a good performance. Other games, he might have set up Mbumo's goal, but overall performance, what do you make of it, Webby?
Poor. I just think, to be fair to him, he gets used at obviously on the right and the left. It shocked me that he played a lot the other year on the left. I just think some of his positionals censored, like their first goal, how he just comes inside and he don't go out with a wide man, And don't get me wrong, the cross for the second goal was spot on. But I keep seeing all these high fives and do it for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's not just him. So I just think we've got away with it today. We've got 3 points and we've got that week off now to reflect. And obviously next Saturday, we're not going to get worked up about United. We can have a stress-free weekend unless you support the mighty England.
Well, listen, everyone is up in arms, Webby, because the same thing keeps coming back off fans.
Tony, you know yourself.
You've
got a decent goalkeeper behind you. It breeds confidence in your centre half.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If you look at like Bruce and Pallister, they were great players, but they were better players because they knew they had a top keeper behind them. The same with Vidic and Rio, with Edwin behind. You know what it must be like for some of these centre halves when they've got some of these people in nets.
Try and explain to me, Webby, when every fan you speak to, I speak to, we see it all over the place. Everyone's known for a long time a number one goalie's got to be in. Try and explain to the people out there, Webby, why this club hasn't gone out and bought one.
Bugs Bunny, money. That's what I think it is. So we've just got 80 million, haven't we, allegedly from Haaland and Garnacho. So why we not go to that Donnarumma? What's the kid from Antwerp? It's all gone quiet on him. He'll probably end up at somewhere else. Now, we're messing about again. We know what we need. It's not rocket science. We need a goalkeeper who's going to breed confidence in the back four, which will breed onto the midfield, which will breed onto the lads up front, will make us a better team with a better goalkeeper. And at the moment, I said to you before, I'd play Tom Eaton today. He's 39 years of age.
Better than them two.
Yeah. And then someone said before, you look at all the keepers we've give away. It's frightening. I watched De Gea the other week. He'd still do a job for us. Maybe the time was right for De Gea to leave the club. But when you look at this present thing, no. I would have kept him after that Fiorentina and flew Jeremy Beadle on their plane.
Going forward, Webby, are you optimistic that this team can improve? But not only the team, Webby, the manager.
The manager's stubborn. You know, when I looked at that on Wednesday night, I go back to Wednesday night again. No disrespect to Grimsby, no fair play, and we had a great night and deserved everything. But you don't go to Grimsby with 3 at the back. You go to AC Milan or Real Madrid or Barcelona to scrape a draw in the Champions League at 3 at the back. But not there, so. You know what he's got to do? He's got to become less stubborn. And sometimes you've got to change it with the way your opponent or the way the game's going. But he won't change it, and that could be his downfall. So that could be his downfall at this football club. He's too stubborn to change his system.
No plan B.
No plan anything.
No
There's a plan A. Don't get me wrong. Some of the football
is it the players not implementing the plan?
No, I think we played some good football, especially against Arsenal and the start again today. But when you're in top, you've got to score the goals, and we're looking like we went 1-0 up today from an own goal. But then we've got to make the second one, which we should have done.
Yeah.
We're better finishing. But then I look at Sesko on the bench thinking, well, he's only going to breed confidence by him playing and scoring goals. And if Xerxes being brought on before him, then obviously I've heard the rumour that he's not 100% fit. Hopefully with an extra 2 weeks, he comes up good against City at the derby.
I just want to finish on a player, something good to finish with, okay? Mbumo has now scored the goal. How do you rate him going forward? To me, I thought he had an excellent game of football.
Listen, Tony.
Not an excellent game, but a decent game of football today and a good goal.
But at the end of the day, so he's played in the Premiership for 5 or 6 years. He's used to the style of play. He's used to the pace. You know, the same with Kieron, and they played there for me. So that never bothered me that they wouldn't be 7 and 8 out of 10 every week, because we've seen what they've done for Brentford and Wolves. And no, not just against us in the Premier League. I've got no problem with him. I've got no problem. It looks like he might have to go through the middle against it, and he'll do a job. You know, the ball, what he brought down today, and he hit the shot in the first half, that just sums him up. He's a class player, you know, and he will get the goals, so I've got no problem with that.
Are you looking forward to the City game, Webby?
Never do. Even when they were crapping him with Skinty, I hated him. Now they're half decent and they've got a right load of Bugs Bunny. Then obviously, no, listen, it won't deter our season, because last season we were average. We went to City and won 2-1 and rightly deserved to win.
Yeah.
But one thing what we didn't do until last year, we've got to turn up.
Yes.
We've got to turn up. You know, we've got City getting beat 6-3 and was it 5-1? And
I was there, Webby.
Yeah, it was horrible. Turn up and we'll have half a chance.
Listen, thanks for joining us, Webby. Get that notification pressed, get the comments in, please, and please press that like button. Thanks for joining us.